Hello, friends. I am back to talk to you about part 2 of your lesson today. I hope you enjoyed talking about what the important message was in The Hare and the Tortoise with Miss Spears. It's really interesting, I think, how there can be more than one important message in a story. But we have a lot to learn when we read books. All right, now in part 2, you are going to look at details that support the main lesson of the story. Even if you are slow, if you keep going, you can win the race. Along with Miss Spears, you will decide the important details and you will write them down. Miss Spears will ask you to get out handout 5A. You will not be using this handout because I have recreated it for you on slide 5 so everyone has the same thing. You will be doing the same thing as Miss Spears, except you will be typing yours in your hamburger or your sandwich slide on slide 5 instead of writing it on your paper. If you do have your workbook and you want to write your sentences on handout 5A, that is okay. All you need to do is make sure that you take a picture of your work and insert it on slide 5. Always keep in mind that your learning goal for today is what is the important message of the story and picking out details to add to your topic sandwich chart. At the end of your next video with Miss Spears, I will hop back on and we'll go over to slide 5 so I can show you how to insert your text into the boxes that I have created for you. See you soon.
As we jump into writing, we're going to continue to work with the text, The Hare and the Tortoise, and practicing using the informative paragraph structure. I want you to think about the question that frames our writing work. We've seen this question before, but let's think about it again. How does the structure of an informative paragraph work? All right, now what I'd like you to do is get out handout 5A. The Hare and the Tortoise topic sandwich. Let's read the directions. Write the details for the informative paragraph about the hare and the tortoise. You will notice on this handout, the topic statement and the conclusion are already included in the paragraph. So your job will be to add details. Remember, details support the lesson, and we just talked about the details that support the lesson from the hare and the tortoise. So let's take a minute to review those. Here are some details that support the lesson, the race is not always to the swift. Tortoise did not give up. Tortoise kept going. Tortoise won the race. All right, watch how I use these details to complete handout 5A. Let's see what details I can add for the lesson in The Hare and the Tortoise. So the lesson of The Hare and the Tortoise is even if you are slow, if you keep going, you will win the race. So let me think about what I can add. I know, I remember reading that the tortoise did not give up. So I'm going to write that here. One of the details is the tortoise did not give up. Let me think. What is another detail? The tortoise kept going. So I'm going to write that here. The tortoise kept going. All right, so I have the lesson of the hare and the tortoise is even if you are slow, if you keep going, you will win the race. The tortoise did not give up. The tortoise kept going. The race is not always to the swift. So I have two details that support the lesson of the tortoise. So I have two details that support the lesson in the hare and the tortoise. All right, it's your turn. You are going to add details to support the topic statement on handout 5A. And remember, you'll add at least one detail to the paragraph. You can practice aloud before you begin writing it on handout 5A. Are you ready? Pause the video now to add your details to handout 5A. All right, awesome first graders. Nice job selecting details that support the lesson of the fable, The Hare and the Tortoise. Next time we will be reading a new story. Until then, be kind and do something great because you are capable of greatness.
Hello, friends. We are back. I hope you enjoyed your lesson with Miss Spears. It is time for us to take a look at our sandwich chart. We have already been given the the topic statement, which is the lesson of the hare and the tortoise is, even if you are slow, if you keep going, you will win the race. Now, you talked about some details with Miss Spears, and you wrote some of those down on a piece of paper. It is time to either type in your details from Miss Spears' lesson, or if you do have your workbook and you want to write it down in your workbook, you can do so, but you will need to take a picture and insert it here on this slide. If you want to type your details, you will click. I've already created text boxes for you. We've got detail 1, which is right here. So all you'll do is click right here and start typing, and it will type it and it will show up for you. Then you will add your second sentence here and your third sentence here. And you can type right into those boxes. See, I can type right into them. When you're done, and then at the end it has our conclusion for us. The race is not always to the swift. And remember, swift means fast. So that means the race does not always go. The winner is not always the fastest. All right. So remember, you can either, 1, type your sentences in here, 1, 2, 3 details, or you can write it in your workbook and insert a picture of your work here on this slide. Good luck.